Pilot Transport, the auto hauling specialist. We get it, and we get it there.
I'm here, I just want to talk a little bit about our equipment and some of the things that we do. I'm Joe Parks from Pilot Transport. We're at the D lot inside 2014 Detroit Autorama. What you're looking at here is a 2011 Peterbilt with a 2011 Monarch trailer. The trailers we have completely redesigned. In the past, we've had to use different pieces of equipment for different types of vehicles that we were hauling. Today we can use the same piece of equipment for just about everything we're doing. Low profile cars, Ferraris, and hot rods such as you're seeing here. We travel roughly 7 million miles a year, so we are all over the place. The versatile trailer helps with our diverse customer base. We do a lot of engineering vehicles. That's where Pilot Transport started off. From there, we've transferred it into dealer distribution, Ferraris, Bentleys, real high-end luxury cars, and finally with these great cars that you see here at the Autorama. When people trust us to haul their $300,000-$400,000 car, you got to remember we've been in business for 25 years. This is what we do. We haul cars on time, damage-free, every time.
Hi, I'm Len Elfervig at the 2014 Detroit Autorama. How did we get here? This car came all the way from Salt Lake City in the wintertime with who? Pilot Transport, because they are the car hauling specialists. This is a 1969 Camaro on a Z06 chassis, a very, very high-end custom car. We have a lot of heart palpitations whenever this car has to be moved anywhere. But you know what? Since we hooked up with Pilot Transport, we have no worries. All right, let me just tell you about some of the things that are really cool about dealing with Pilot. Number one, the driver's always in contact with you. When he says he's going to be there, he's there. You can't believe the meticulous care that they take. The way they get it in the trailer, they're watching, they're seeing every corner, they don't leave anything to the unknown. The way they tie it down in the transporter, it's rock solid. We moved this car almost 2,000 miles on just this trip. A lot of these cars are very, very complicated. We have air ride suspension on some of them. They're totally competent with it. Pilot Transport's motto is, we get it and we get it there. They are the car hauling specialist.
Some of these cars we brought in from all over the country. We've got some from Mooresville, North Carolina, Sandy, Utah, everywhere across the United States and Canada. My name is Alan Herbst. We're here at the 2014 Autorama. I'm a driver for Pilot Transport. Most people think handling these cars, the lower profile, the one-off, the special customs, would be nerve-wracking. With the training, with the safety we have, for us, it's every day. You'll always have to check your clearances when loading or unloading, make sure nothing's going to bottom out. You have to make sure you have nothing on you that's going to scratch the vehicle. You always strap it, secure it. However you have to fasten the car has to be right. It always has to be right. Safety is the biggest issue with loading and unloading these cars safely, getting them to their destination safely, making sure everything is the way it should be. Then we have to drive them to where they need to be. We need to make sure we pick our routes correctly. We have to make sure we're legal in every aspect so there's no delays. Planning our trip is one of the key processes. Trying to find out where the bad weather is, find out which way is going to be the fastest this time of year, which find out which way in is going to be the most safe and legal. Part of our trip planning is calling the customer, giving them a realistic idea when we're going to be there. They can also contact the office. We have GPS. They can also find us that way, or they can call us directly. Part of our trip planning at Pilot is making sure our equipment is in good shape. In the morning, checking out everything, making sure all the tires are inflated, all the hoses are where they should be, making sure everything is top-notch the way it needs to be. When we're backing these vehicles out, we always have to be looking outside of the car, making sure our clearances are right, top and bottom, side to side. We also have to be, sometimes if it's a manual transmission, we have to be working the clutch, sometimes the brake at the same time. Some of these vehicles are high horsepower. They're a little touchy. They got quick clutches in them. We always have to be generally careful to take extra special care of them, that they don't take off too fast or they don't roll out too fast. Each vehicle has its own personality. Sometimes it might be old school carbureted, it might be EFI, we might have to pump it, we might have to have special instructions. Raise and lower the car before we start it. Every car is unique.
Hi, I'm Murray Paff. We're here at the 2014 Detroit Autorama. We're standing inside the D-lot with 6 designs of mine, cars that I've rendered, builders who've brought them in from across the country via our friends at Pilot Transport. They got them here safely, they got them here on time, and they're going to get them home. We're having a great time. Featured in the D-lot, we have Gary Cheney's Factory 5 Racing GTMX. We have NASCAR legend Rusty Wallace, 1978 Corvette. We have Weaver Customs, 1969 Camaro known as Bad Company. Randy Johnson's 1973 Camaro known as Envious. My own 2002 Mini Cooper S. And of course, the Imperial Speedster. The Imperial Speedster's been hauled back and forth across the country to events, always on time, always with care. I wouldn't put that car in the hands of anybody else. Their drivers are very adept at getting the vehicle in there, because there are some close quarters inside there, but they know their vehicles, they know the clearances, and they make sure, they take the time to make sure that it's going to get loaded and unloaded safely. Nobody's in a hurry. There is not a schedule that they have to work with. They're not happy until you are satisfied that that car is safe and sound, and until they're satisfied that car is safe and sound. Pilot offers great communication as far as when they're going to pick it up. When you're at the show and they're coming back for you, you have the cell number of the driver, and honestly, they become great friends.
We are Pilot Transport. We get it and we get it there.